Bung Karno really allowed to meet with an American journalist after he was already under house arrest? Let's look at the evidence. February 1967. President Sukarno hands over all government control to General Suharto. March 1967. MPRS votes to remove Sukarno's title of president for life. And then, house arrest. So how did this photo happen? Let's investigate. Now, this photo has made me curious for a very, very long time, because I was always told that once President Sukarno was removed from the presidency, that he went into house arrest and was very limited in the amount of people that he could see, couldn't leave the grounds of the palace in Bogor, that it was a very, very tight and strict situation. So I was always wondering, how did he meet with T. Jeff Williams, the American journalist, who's a well-known, widely respected journalist with a long career? And where did all of these articles go? Because I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any reference to the meeting. And if there was an interview, what did it say? So after searching for a year and a half, I finally came across information confirming that, yes, President Sukarno, at least at the beginning, was a little bit more free in his house arrest. So here's the information that I found on that. So a search turned up 20 some articles from October 29th that ran the Sukarno story. So I had proof that this interview existed, but what's inside is what's really interesting. So we get information that Sukarno didn't want to talk politics, but enjoyed joking about miniskirts and making jokes with the local fruit vendors and getting around more than you would expect. Now, it doesn't say any names specifically, but from the sound of things, being a summer retreat, he was going to Villa Sukarno. Never staying there, but it seemed like a place that he enjoyed going. While the military followed him, he was still able to have somewhat of a life with his kids. I also find it interesting that President Sukarno chose to go to the restaurant that was frequented by Westerners and seemed to enjoy talking to them throughout his day. This research article even states he was able to visit monuments and old friends. Now, the second question is, if at first President Sukarno was given a little bit of freedom, what changed? Because we know that by the end, it was a very tight lockdown. Is there anything that we could find about that? It turns out, yeah. While this article, September 30th, 1968, shows that clearly there was a change. So it looks like 1968, after the communist uprisings in East and Central Java, Operasi Trisula, that's when President Sukarno was detained, possibly arrested, and his lockdown got much more intense, and it sounds like he spent possibly the rest of his life in that situation. Even the photo at his daughter's wedding, at Rahmawati's wedding, it says that he had been detained since the last fall, which would be September, around that time, 1968, when everything really closed down on President Sukarno. While I still have questions, I feel like I have a much better understanding of that time period. And I hope that this video helped you as well. Thank you very much for your time, Everybody have a great day.